Hey, this is Carl with Great American Home Pros. We're here in a vinyl neighborhood, vinyl siding neighborhood in North Charleston, and just to show you, I'm going to show you to tell if your house is up to code. Check this out. Hey, don't mind me, guys. Y'all do what you want to do. All right, so this is a zip tool right here. You would insert this thing underneath the vinyl and pull on it, and it would disconnect the vinyl like we have here. Now here's how you test to see if your house is made out of styrofoam. Check this out. Alright, so we have a knife here, a sheetrock knife, and when I insert this, it should stop about an inch. See, it should stop about an inch, but it doesn't. It goes all the way in. That far. You see that? There is no plywood on this house. This whole entire house. This is the kitchen. This is the bedroom to the homeowner. A criminal could basically take one of these knives, unzip your house, and break into your house, and your house alarm would not go off. Your house alarm would not go off because they didn't come in through an entrance. With these two tools, a criminal can break into your house. But that's not the main problem. The main problem is the structural integrity of the house. And what I'm going to explain this to you. Right now we're replacing this the siding on this house. Check this out. This is what it is. Behind the styrofoam is nothing but sheetrock or insulation. And a rectangle is the weakest shape, or a square. They tried to put a hurricane strap on the house, but that didn't help. It wouldn't help in this situation. So what we did here, the correct way for code is the first 2 feet of the house is treated plywood, and after that's OSB plywood. And not only that, check this out. You're not going to be able to break into the outside of this house with these things. And what we do is we shoot a nail every 3 inches on the outside edge of the plywood, and every 6 inches through the center on the studs. And we use ring shank nails. They look like a screw, so when they go in there, it makes the house really, 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 really strong. I mean, now structurally, the rectangle is safer. Now, what I'm going to do is show you. We're actually replacing this house. Our original plan was just to replace the vinyl with HardiePlank. HardiePlank, as you can see, we got this side of the house replaced with HardiePlank. HardiePlank is a cement board. It's cement and fibers. And when you apply HardiePlank, I want to show you this. First, what you do is you put up a moisture barrier over top of the plywood. In case there's ever any leaks from the HardiePlank, you have a moisture barrier to protect. And in between seams, between boards and HardiePlank, you always have this metal tape that we have here. And if you look, it goes behind this board over to here. So even though we're going to have caulking in this crack, if it ever fails, you know, it's not going to damage your home. And also, when HardiePlank's installed, as you can see, HardiePlank asks that you put nails every 6 inches, and make sure you shoot them into the studs. And just to show you what most contractors do, and there's tons of lawsuits going on right now because the contractor forgot to have his guys install a piece of metal flashing in between the joints of HardiePlank. Basically, when it rains, the rain's going to come this way. So this piece of metal flashing's over top of this one. It's going to keep it on the outside. But when we have a joint, and the joint meets up like this, voila! We caulk and paint this crack. But if there's not a piece of metal back there, when that caulking fails, eventually it will. If there's not a piece of metal of aluminum back there, it will cause wood damage to your house because the moisture barrier can only withstand so many times getting wet. So that's the correct way to install joints on HardiePlank. I'll come over here and show it to you. Behind every joint that's on this house, see, look, here's the joint. We haven't caulked this one yet for the final coat of paint, but we put stainless nails right here to hold that joint from moving. But behind that is a piece of metal, piece of aluminum. So this is Carlton with Great American Home Pros to figure out whether your house is structurally safe and safe against criminals. You can go buy one of these tools It's called a zip tool. It's from Lowe's, and you can get a sheetrock knife if you want to. But